Here we have for sale our December 2019 on a 69 plate Ford Ranger Limited. This has got the 2.2 litre TDCi diesel Euro 6 engine producing 160 brake horsepower, accompanied with a 6-speed manual gearbox finished in Performance Blue, the fantastic Performance Blue. What we're going to do in this video is have a little walk around. I'll show you the spec that you get on a Ford Ranger Limited of this age, and we'll also talk you through in detail the condition of this particular example. We'll also talk you through the previous ownership, service history, etc. as well, seeing as it is currently available for sale at the time of recording. Now, the first thing I must mention is that there is no VAT on this particular vehicle. We actually took the vehicle in part exchange from a lovely private customer, and as I say, because they are not VAT registered, they can't charge VAT, and we can't charge VAT on something that we haven't paid VAT on. So no VAT is the first thing I must mention about this vehicle. Starting here then at the rear of the vehicle, we can see, of course, the tailgate. You can only get these with a tailgate. You can't get these with barn doors, as I'm usually describing with vans. But lovely condition of the tailgate on this particular example, and what we like to do in these videos, if you haven't watched one before, is really have a look in the reflections to have a look for any dings or dents. So I must say it's all looking very, very nice. The only thing to fault it on is a tiny little pin dent just down here. Don't know if you can just see that there where my finger is, but very, very minor. But I say anything I can see I will gladly point out to you. Lovely spec then on a Limited. Let's start talking about that. So we've got rear camera nicely nestled there underneath the rear badge, which I think is lovely and discreet, and we've also got the rear parking sensors as well on the rear of the vehicle. Lovely chrome rear bumper as well, which I'm pleased to say is looking in really, really good condition. We've also got the rear tow pack on this particular vehicle, and that does come with the 13-pin electrics just there, but very nice condition here at the back. One nice feature is that this one has got a nice gas strut there on the rear tailgate, so it really does make that absolutely effortless and stops it from sort of banging open, as anyone who's had a double cab pickup before will be familiar with. But looking in the back of the vehicle then, we can see that we've got a full load liner here. Again, this is the one that comes from Ford in really, really good condition. You've also got the power socket just there as well, but as I say, you can really see how clean and tidy this is. As I mentioned, we actually took this vehicle in part exchange, so only used for private use from new. The gentleman that has owned this vehicle had it brand new from our local Ford dealer. So as I say, really been, hence the very low miles, but hasn't done much heavy work at all. Looking then down the driver's side of the vehicle, and this is where, again, we're just going to use those reflections to have a look for any sort of dings or dents. The rear tub here is looking absolutely lovely. The sorts of areas to look for, I guess, on a pickup is sort of these top areas here, these exposed areas. You can just see they're in really, really good order. A little mark just on the very back tailgate there, which is very, very normal, but otherwise looking really, really smart. You also get on the Limited, you get this lovely chrome A-frame on the back. But as I say, this rear tub looking in really good condition. Again, just having a look at those reflections, looking very, very smart indeed. If we open up the rear door, then we can start to have a look inside the cab. So as I mentioned, this is a double cab, so you've got 2 rows of seats here. So you can see inside then, you've got the full leather interior. You have got ISOFIX compatibility in the rear on the 2 outer seats. You've got in the center just here, if I can try and open that up, you have got a center armrest. There we go. And that has got 2 cup holders in there. There we go, that's opening as it should do. But very good condition in here. Again, just lovely on the seats, the carpets. You've got the lovely Ranger original overmats in the back here with a 12-volt socket in the middle. Back of the seats as well, they're not scuffed or scagged or anything of that nature. Looking at the alloy wheels, the Limited does come with these very nice 17-inch alloy wheels, and it does look to me that these are in really, really good condition. Tyre depths here, again on the rear, looking very good indeed. Side steps come as standard on the Ranger Limited. Of course, not only do they look nice, but they also help you to get in and out of the vehicle. That may sound stupid, but as I say, they do have a practical use as well. And looking at the driver's front door here, Again, not much to fault it on, if I'm honest. Possibly the tiniest little blemish just there, but otherwise absolutely faultless. And unfortunate for you, looking in the mirror there, in the chrome, that's all in really good condition. Looking inside the cab then, the entrance is looking very, very nice. A tiny bit of wear here to the sort of kick plate just there, I guess as to be expected, but as I say, nothing excessive at all. We've also got nice carpets inside, again all looking very, very nice. The leather interior continues of course to the front, and you have actually got electric adjustable seats there in the front of the vehicle, so you can go up, down, lots of adjustability there as you like. And of course same on the passenger side as well, I believe. We'll check that when we go around to there. We've got the leather driver's or centre armrest, which is very smart. And we have a look at some of the spec that you get in here then, because you do get a lot of spec on a Limited. So you've got electric windows all around. We have got auto activated lights and wipers. You've got electric folding mirrors, and that's how those are operated there, just by pushing this little button at the top there. And of course you can just adjust the mirrors electrically there as well. You can see that we do have 2 full remote keys with the vehicle. Looking at the steering wheel, on this facelifted Ford Ranger, they do come with a very light steering wheel, makes them so easy to drive. You've got plenty of controls here for the screens which you've got in front of you, so on the right screen and the left screen there, which control the respective screens in front of you. And then underneath that then you've got your cruise control settings on the right hand side, and then you've got your volume and phone controls on the left. If we jump in then, we can start to have a look at some more of the spec inside then. So you've got this lovely big sync screen here in the center. If you put the vehicle into reverse, that's of course where the rear camera will be displayed. You've got DAB radio on here, and this is where you can also control all of your climate, so things like your heated seats, air conditioning, again all lovely bits of spec to have, but you can control all of that from here if you want to. You have also got App Connect on here, so I've got my phone plugged in, and that gives you Apple CarPlay, so you can use things like your Apple Maps if you want to. You can listen to your podcasts, or you could even navigate by Google Maps if you want, or Waze. So it really is a lovely, lovely system to have just there. Underneath then you can control a lot of the climate aspects that I just showed you. You can control those via sort of physical buttons if you prefer. So you've got your heated seats, air conditioning. You've also got your heated windscreen just here, heated rear screen as well. Underneath then you've got 2 12-volt sockets under there, and you've got 2 USB points underneath as well. 6-speed manual gearbox, as I mentioned, to go along with that 160 brake horsepower diesel engine, so plenty of power. And this is a serious off-road vehicle as well, so you've got 4 high and 4 low range modes as well if you want to. Hill descent, you could turn your traction control off, or your start stop off, and your parking sensors off as well. So really, as I say, capable off-road, not just looking nice. Looking at the service history, it has, even though it's got very low miles, serviced at 9,500 miles, and that was in May of this year. We've actually put the vehicle through our workshop as well for a health check and also a fresh MOT. Looking at the mileage then, just in the bottom right hand corner there, 10,490 miles. And these are the 2 screens that I mentioned. So you've got a screen there and a screen just over there, and you can really change those as well to have what you like on them. So as I say, at the moment we've got the rev counter and the fuel, and on the left you've got your sort of entertainment, but you can chop and change that around as you wish. But lovely condition inside the vehicle there. Let's continue to go around the outside. On the front wing then you've got the 2.2 6-speed. You can tell straight away of course the model that it is, and Limited there on the bottom of the driver's door. And then moving around to the front, I guess as you would expect a vehicle with 10,000 miles, it's looking exceptionally clean and tidy here. I think Performance Blue just really sets this vehicle off very nicely. You also get front fog lights, front parking sensors as well, lovely bright headlights on the Ranger Limited, and this lovely big chrome front grille as well, almost quite American looking I think, but condition wise very difficult to fault if I'm honest. There's very little in the way of sort of stone chips here. Hopefully the camera is conveying this accurately, and the front grille and even the lower parts down here all looking in really, really good order. Moving then down the passenger side of the vehicle then, and again just looking in those reflections down the side. These are the sorts of views you can't really get via pictures but it must say it's looking very, very nice. Looking at the passenger front wheel here, again, the wheel is looking in really good condition, and you can see plenty of tyre depth left there as well. I don't believe there were any advisories on the new MOT, and this tyre here as well, again, plenty of tyre depth there all round on the vehicle. If we just quickly open up the passenger door, just to show you from this side of the vehicle. So the engine's here looking very nice. Same with the carpet and the mat there. All the dashboard, it's really in excellent condition. As I say, one private local owner from new, no VAT, purchased from our local Ford dealer, brand new, and then thankfully offered back into us for part exchange against another vehicle, and now available for sale here today. It was actually registered on New Year's Eve 2019, so this is really the very, very last of a 2019 vehicle. But just to summarise, Ford Ranger Limited is the 2.2 TDCI Euro 6 diesel engine, 160 brake horsepower, 6-speed manual gearbox. Fantastic spec on the Limited as we've run through in this video. Please feel free to go back and have a look for any of that spec which we've detailed. Fantastic condition all round, it must be said. A couple of very minor blemishes like one I pointed out here on the tailgate, but I must say otherwise looking exceptionally clean and tidy. Evidence of a previous service carried out. That was done in May of earlier in this year, and of course we have put it through our workshop as well for a health check and a new MOT. If you'd like to see the full advert of this vehicle, including the description, the photography, and of course the price, please head over to our website, bridgeendvans.co.uk. We will, of course, welcome inquiries on either of the numbers listed here at the bottom of the sign. We can offer nationwide delivery on all of our vehicles, so if you don't want to make the trek down to sunny South Wales, why wouldn't you? Feel free to contact us for a delivery quote. We can gladly accommodate that for you. We can also arrange finance at very competitive rates for all of our customers and all of our vehicles, so by all means get in contact for a competitive quote for that, of course all subject to acceptance. And we can take your car or your vehicle or your pickup in part exchange as well. Thank you very much for watching.